Denver. This is Fox 31 News.
All new at 9, we take you live to the Colorado Tiny House Festival, which is becoming a big deal here in the Centennial State. Tiny homes, Dan, continue to grow and grow in popularity. There's a couple of tiny houses. What a cool event, especially if you're interested in these types of ideas. It's up in Brighton. How's it going?
Well, sure, it's going great, Kirk. By the way, my question for you is more rhetorical in nature. How many carpenters does it take to build a tiny house? I don't know. If a tiny house falls in the woods, does it make a noise? I don't know that either. But, you know, they're small in stature, but they really are growing in popularity, talking about tiny homes. And we are at Riverdale Regional Park, a.k.a. Adams County Fairgrounds. Why do they always have to change names? Look how beautiful it is here. So green. And the Tiny Home Festival does not start today. It starts tomorrow. But if you have any questions, you ever thought about, hey, you know what, maybe I want a tiny home. Maybe I want to have one built. Maybe I just want to buy one that's already built. This is the place. And more importantly, get questions answered like, where can I put a tiny home, right? I mean, if you don't have property, where do I just drive it around? Hey, let's talk to someone from Decatholon Construction. Hello, Jerry.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Jerry, do you own
Yes, I'm the CEO of Decatholon Tiny Homes.
You're out of Texas.
Mm-hmm. Out of Texas.
I like this one. I love this one. Cody's going to take a peek inside, but first off, the outside I love because it's more traditional.
It is.
And so tell us about this one.
Yeah, so basically this is our 32-foot Athena model. It has a downstairs bedroom, which we thought was very important to feel like a home, feel comfortable, feel open, right? And that's why we do the traditional style roof as well. A couple of gables coming out, so it looks and feels like a real home.
Jerry, maybe you can answer the question, where can one put a tiny home if you don't have property? What do you do with it?
Well, most builders are certified RVs, so they ship out as a certified RV. So you can park at any RV park or anywhere that takes RVs. You do want to check with the park because some of them, don't want that look, but most of them will accept the home. And there are a lot of tiny house villages starting to pop up as well. There were 3 in my area. Now there's 30, for instance, in the DFW area in Texas. So
what do you think the big appeal is? Oh, get it? Big appeal?
Yeah.
Because every year it is growing and more and more people are becoming interested in it. Number one, I guess it's more affordable.
Yeah, well, it's definitely more affordable and really the mobility. I mean, these are tiny houses on wheels that we build, right? So you can move them anytime, anywhere. So if you're like a traveling nurse, if you're someone who, you're a police officer that might move to another state, something like this, I mean, it's a great way to be able to move around and take your house with you. How often, well, you can't say that ever, unless they're on wheels.
Or if you're one step ahead of the law and you just want to be, anonymous and just get out of town and maybe get one. You design the inside, and I really do. Now, some tiny homes are just a little too tiny for me.
Yeah.
But I love the feeling in here. All right, so it starts tomorrow. And where can people go for information for your decathlon?
www.decathlontinyhomes.com.
Yeah. And then, am I missing anything else? This is a pretty good live shot, Jer.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. We take pride in what we do, and we're professionals. That's important.
Little home on the prairie. Little tiny home on the prairie.
Tiny home on the prairie. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, pretty cool. Maybe tiny, but it's big in style.
I know. They are cool. I was looking on their website, and that looks like it's one of the more affordable ones in their line of tiny homes. So they have even bigger ones and grander ones, and it's fun to see all those options. Do you think you could do it, Dan, though? I mean, I know you live out in suburbia. Could you do it, tiny house?
I think the biggest challenge would be, I mean, if you're going to do it like full time, the biggest challenge would be to eliminate all our worldly possessions and just, you got to really narrow it down. So imagine all the people. I feel like John Lennon, but you got to get rid of those worldly possessions, right? That'd be tough.
That would be
tough.
What
do I take?
I always tell myself I want to do that, right? Get rid of the clutter in my life, but it's hard. It's easier said than done, right?
But you know what? No mother-in-law room here. I'll tell you that.
Sorry, Mom. She gets her own tiny home. Thank you, Dan. 9:19 right now. Let's get over to Liz. She's in.